Okay, we should be live on YouTube, so I might just go live on Facebook. See if it works this time. Hopefully it'll work. Had some technical difficulties yesterday. Yeah, it's working now. So guys, good morning. Good morning. It's Wednesday today, and just doing a quick live stream. I don't want to be here all day. I'm very busy with other stuff, and I've got we're going to Australia tomorrow. Hi Matt, how you going? Nice shirt, by the way. Bitcoin miner. I like that shirt. I might get a couple of Bitcoin shirts when I get back, because we're going to Australia tomorrow. So there's no point ordering them, because I've tried to get them off AliExpress, but I think, you know, they take 3-4 weeks. We'll be gone by then. So I might order some Bitcoin shirts when I get back from Australia, which is next year. Hi Michael, what's going on down in Kenya? But we had to. We've got a sick cat, so we brought him to the vet yesterday, and he's not doing too well. He ate something. I don't know what he's doing. So the male cat that we got, the black one, he wasn't too well last night at all. Poor bugger. So I brought him to the vet today, and they're doing blood tests on him and everything, and we're going to keep him in there for a couple of days. We'll be gone. Leaving to Australia tomorrow, so hopefully he'll be here when we come back, because he's at 50-50 at the moment. So I don't know what's up with these cats, especially in Thailand. They just, for some reason, they just like these cats. They just don't last. People poison them. They eat all sorts of crap, and they just don't last. And I don't know. It's kind of different in Australia, but yeah, so that's what the deal is with these cats. They just forever getting up to mischief, right? So, yeah, cold in the UK. Yeah, I would never live in the UK. I mean, obviously I've got a good here in Thailand, so yeah, I have to live in the summer. Otherwise, I can't cope. If I'm in the winter, I can't cope. I get sick. So it's quite funny, because we go to Australia every year, and well, this is the second time. It's pretty much every year, and now it's the winter in Thailand, so we're going back to the summer, which is really hot in Australia, and then, you know, coming back to. But it's part of the reason why I moved to Thailand, because I'm asthmatic, and as soon as the cold comes, I'm screwed. I'm just down. I get my chest starts to inflame. I'm just, yeah, I just don't like the cold. Just doesn't, you know, I couldn't live in a cold climate. I just wouldn't be able to cope. So that's why I live in Thailand, because it's most of the year it's sunny, man. Hey Andres, what's going on, man? Thanks for tuning in today. Hey Tommy. So yeah, so today basically just going to go over a few things. I should call November cash out November, because I'm sitting on some ICOs which are just yeah, I'm going to cash out on them. So there's a couple of big ones, and I think the important thing to do is, you know, to reaffirm your goals and what you're here, what to do. Everyone's here to make money online. With ICOs. If you keep holding on to them, you know, you're not going to make money. It's just dead money. It's like you might as well just like go and trade. Yeah, I think that's an important thing I learned I guess I've learned this month, is to just sell off. Don't hold them. If you're in profit, you know, just sell off, because you can always, there's always another ICO coming around the corner. Always is, right? And you can always get into it. And in 2018, we're gonna forget about all the ICOs about this year, because there's going to be so many big ones next year, big deals. So I think the important thing is to take profit. You might hold on to your like Power Ledger, or there might be a couple others where you just, obviously you've already taken profit and taken the seed out, then you just hold on to it. But other than that, just in my opinion, you should just sell off, just get the money, because then you can always get into the next 10x. You know, you're never not going to miss out, because there's always new ICOs coming in. But if you hold on to your portfolio too long, you're gonna it's like a business, right? A business, it's like a normal offline business. They struggle because they don't have cash flow, because they're squeezed of funds. And or it's like these people that have real estate. They have like 10 or 20 houses, but they're broke, because I mean, no, they're not broke, but they don't have any cash, because it's all tied up in real estate. Same with these ICOs. You might have a lot of these ICOs, but you have no money. You can't, you know, it needs to be liquid. You need to get into new ICOs. You need to liquidate some other ICOs, even sell them at a loss if they're not doing anything, if they're not doing well. So that's a really big tip for you guys. People are messaging me left, right, and center. I do ICOs. Okay, I do mining. I think mining is very, very stable. I haven't bought a mining contract in 3 months because of Genesis. It's the only one I trust, and I'm still over $400 a day now. Plus affiliate commissions. Sometimes I might get to $1,000 a day. It just depends. But just the actual base mining, I'm over $400 a day now. In fact, my next payout tomorrow, which is automated, I don't even log into my Genesis mining account. In fact, I heard that Ethereum sold out, and BTC obviously sold out, and only Monero. So I just asked my buddy about Monero, and that's hit an all-time high. So maybe the Monero contract, I'll ask him. He's like the numbers man that I talk to about Genesis mining. He knows down to the cent. I mean, the guy's a nutcase. I mean, he loves Genesis. So I'll ask him about Monero and see what he says now that Monero's gone to well, it was 250 last night. So that last remaining Genesis mining contract, Monero, it could still be profitable now that it's gone up. But the only way to know is to buy the Monero and then wait till you get a payout, and then figure out, like, go and buy $1,000 worth of Monero in 48 hours, figure out what your payout is, then you'll know if it's worth it or not, because that's the only one left. So yeah, people message me all the time. What I do mining, because it's stable. There's no need to have anyone involved. You don't need to recruit anyone. Anyone can do it, right? If it was the one business that I would sell, and I've said this in other live streams, if it was I think it's the perfect business, because it doesn't require any people to join you for you to make money. It's just you. All you need to do is have money, which you have a day job anyway, or you can sell some shit in your house. You can get started, right? So I think mining it's like, you know, it's right now it's the holy grail of making money online, because it doesn't require people. You just buy mining contracts, just compound till you die, and you've got a full-time income. Within 12 months, you'll be at a full-time income, right? And I know a friend, she won't mind me saying this, but I won't mention her name. But she struggled a lot for a long time. She was an MPA with me. You know, I really feel for her, because she's a really good person. And I've known her for a while now, and she always tells me about, you know, heaps of stuff going on in her life. And you know, if anyone was like deserved to you know, make some money online, she'd be it. She had so many struggles, Anyway, long story short, I told her to buy Genesis Mining. So she bought a lot of Genesis Mining. This is before the rest of the Make Money Online crowd discovered Genesis Mining until everything was sold out. And she bought a shitload of contracts with my coupon code. And now I said to her, we chatted the other day on Facebook, and she's just so happy because she actually bought a lot of Genesis, and now she's laughing all the way to the bank. Oh, I'm not going to say how much she makes, but it's a lot. She makes a lot of money, and now all her friends are like, you know, all her friends that were paying out on about MPA and all these things that happen with her and us, you know, saying nothing's but a scam, it's stopped paying you, blah blah blah. Now they're crawling back to her, wanting money. You know, these people, this is the way they are. They don't want to invest in themselves. They don't want to make the investment themselves. But then they're like leeches, right? They bring you down when you haven't gone through tough times. But then once you're at the top and you're making all the cream now from all the adversity that you've faced and you've overcome, now they come crawling back and they want money. And this is exactly what's in her situation. So I told her, look, you know, I don't know these people personally, but just as in general, I would just cut these people like faster than you can ever think, because they're nothing but leeches, and they show their true colors when times are tough. They didn't support you, and now they want money. Now you got money, they're crawling back to you, you know. So this is the mindset of these broke ass people. So I'm very, very happy for her, and she's killing it. She's killing it. So this is what can happen. She's no one knows her. She's not a profile. She never does videos. Doesn't even post on Facebook. No one knows her. This is possible for an average person that has no following, has nothing. Just buy mining contracts. So my suggestion is, if when mining contracts come back in Genesis next year, just buy as much BTC contract as you can, because that's the golden goose at the moment, BTC contracts. So that's what I would do. The other thing I do to make money is to flip ICOs. That's what I do. So far it's working out really well. So I'm not going to say on track. I'm not going to say how much I made yet, because I haven't made, like, I'm on track. I'll let you guys maybe know at the end of December, because I've got a couple of big payouts coming, but you'll be shocked. You'll be shocked on how much I could make by the end of the year. Your jaw will drop, right? So this is the power of ICOs. I've got some big payouts coming. So I'm sitting on a 15x at the moment. Now whether that drops, it may drop down to 10x. It just depends. It just depends when I get my tokens. But we've got some big ones coming, and we've got some big ICOs coming. So it's the fastest way I know how to make money is ICOs. And if you just get into the legit ones, then you know your money's safe, and it's just a matter of, it's just a question of how much profit you're going to make or how much loss you're going to make. Okay, like the ICO won't scam you, but whether it's successful or not, or whether you make profit, that comes down to you and your analysis of on what ICO that you go into, right? So this is the critical, important exercise that you have to do, right? You have to get into the best ones with the higher percentage of success. Of course, you don't know at the end of the day. You don't know because it's speculative, but based on past information and data that we've got, we can accurately predict on what and how well an ICO is going to do. Now, there's some ICOs that have done really, really well. There's some ICOs that have done not that well, and there's some ICOs that have done under ICO. So, you know, it's always going to be the 80-20 rule, okay? You're always going to get that one or two that you're just going to knock it out of the park. And it's going to take care of the other ones that were just like pretty average or below average. It's going to take care of that, so don't worry about it. So it's very exciting. Yeah, I can just think off the bat now. So many things that I can sell, and I'm about to sell, which I'll let you guys know about soon. So I'm not going to speculate. I'm not going to give you a number on how much I'm going to earn this year for an ICO, but I will say more than I put in, right? Way more than I put in. So Bitcoin's at like, I mean, it crossed 12,000 this morning, and it's at, according to Coin Market Cap, it's at 12, well, according to Bittrex, it's around 12,200, I think, 12,200 on Bittrex. So this one's always a little bit different. Now, let's talk about IOTA, right? I bought IOTA at 44 cents, so now it's $4, 10x, but I sold it. Okay, so now IOTA's come into the mix because, I mean, I told you guys about IOTA probably 6 months ago, right? Now it's just woken up, and the reason why it's woken up is because the partnership with Microsoft and Samsung. So basically, IOTA is going to be like, I mean, IOTA's got the potential to be like the #1 cryptocurrency for the world, in the sense that there's no limits to what it can do. I don't see IOTA being as much greater than Bitcoin in the value. Maybe #2, or maybe #3. Well, it's already at #4. But the limitations on IOTA, I mean, it's quantum computer proof. It runs a Tangle. It just it can do billions of transactions a day. Pretty much anything can be connected up to it, and that information is secure, control. The applications and real life user case applications of IOTA are endless, and Bitcoin is just bottling. Same with Ethereum. I mean, I did some transactions the other day on EtherDelta, and the Ethereum network was blocking up. So Bitcoin and Ethereum, that's like, they can't even handle just small volume at the moment compared to you know, and compared to the future. Bitcoin and Ethereum just can't handle the volume that IOTA does. So IOTA is it's a different kettle of fish. I probably see it being around the $20 mark, maybe around the $20 mark next year. But you know, we're looking at a 300, nearly 400 billion market cap. So the whole cryptocurrency needs to be over $1 trillion, well over $1 trillion, for IOTA to be anywhere near $20. So it's not going to happen. It may happen in maybe 2019, but it could happen in late 2018. So probably a 4x, if that. But it's a different type of cryptocurrency. So just keep an eye on that one. There's still other coins that will go up in value faster than IOTA. So I mean, we just do ICOs and flip them. You know, sometimes we do 3x, 4x, 10x. So the returns on doing an ICOs are much faster. But then what we talked about on the last webinar is then just flip it into the more you know, things like Bitcoin, Ethereum, Dash, Litecoin, Bcash, if you like it. They're like the crypto coins that have you know, you can hold your value in them. So that's the deal with IOTA. That's what's happening with it. A lot of press lately with IOTA. So Yeah, it's looking good. Monero hit an all-time high. It's at an all-time high now at 297. That is massive. So that's what I was thinking. Once my boy gets back to me about the Monero contract, what he feels about Monero. Monero, now that this huge jump in Monero, like a 40, nearly 40%, this last remaining contract inside Genesis Mining could be worth now buying. Okay, so as soon as my boy tells me about it, I think it's only a 2-year contract. It could be possible that you could buy the rest of that Monero up, since it's gone up quite a bit. So I'll let you guys know about that one. Okay, I'll let you guys know about that one, because at the moment Genesis is bleeding. There's nothing. There's nothing to buy, because I mean there's other mining programs out there like Hashing 24, Hashflare. I think there's another one. There's actually another one. There's Dragon Mine, and then there's another one, Crypto Network, which is a European one. So I'm very interested in that. And also this one here. Now this one is ICO at the moment. This one is really interesting because this could be, I mean, you get returns, okay, but this is one that's it's currently having an ICO, and what they do is they build mining rigs and you buy into them, and I haven't purchased this yet, but I'm still debating, still sitting on the fence with this one, but it's attracting a lot of media attention lately. It's called Envion. Alright, so what they do is highly profitable global mining infrastructure hosted in mobile modular CSC containers, decentralized placement directly to the energy source. So they get these actual, I'll show you what they look like. So that's available now. That's a token sale which is going on now, and let me just get rid of this photo. Hang on. So that's a token sale that's happening now, and you can get returns on this on your this is how it basically works. Now I haven't invested in this yet because I am keen on it. I'm just because I like mining. You can get into this right at the beginning, right? You know what I mean? So when the token is really cheap. Now these guys are the real deal. Okay, this is no fake bullshit that you're seeing in these fake ICO scams, right? This is like, these guys are the real deal. They were interviewed by TechCrunch recently. Just do your research on them. My only thing with this one is, you know, it's such a big project that there's a lot of moving pieces with this one. But they reckon it's profitable. I watched a YouTube video and they reckon that one of these 20-foot containers, it holds about 300 ASIC miners and about 200 GPU miners, and the output for one of these 20-foot containers is about $30,000 per day. So yeah, extremely profitable. Okay, so that's what they're doing. They're using this ICO token sale to try to obviously they've done their numbers on these containers, and they just want to punch out these containers. I think they want to raise $150 million. So I mean, they're extremely ambitious for 150 million, or maybe it could be 150 million tokens. There it is, their goal. They're trying to raise $150 million. So that's pretty adventurous, but it's possible. So I think it's at 83% now. So the token issued in January the 15th. So you got to wait probably another month and 4 days before you get your tokens. Okay, the token price is 70 cents, which is not too bad considering there's only the total tokens is 150 million, and then you got yeah, so you're gonna have to wait till, okay, the unsold tokens are burnt. So if you don't know what all this stuff means, you need to get into ICO Gold Rush. So you know, this is probably more of a long-term project. All right, this is more of a long-term project. You receive 100% of the earnings from proprietary mining operations in 2 steps. 75% paid out immediately and 25% reinvested into future payouts. Receive 35% of Onion's earnings on the mining and third-party operations. Yeah, that's pretty generous. That's pretty generous. So I'd have to crunch the numbers on this one because you know, this could be more profitable than something like a Genesis Mining. In fact, I think it could be, but obviously you need to crunch the numbers. So this could be another option that you could look at, and you're getting the ground floor. You know, it's just a company that is just starting off. It's German based, and they love their crypto over in Germany, in the European Union. So this is it. Look, I haven't invested yet. I'm still sitting on the fence with this one. If you sit on the fence too long, you get ass cramps, right? So they looks like they're mining multiple coins, not just Bitcoin. They're doing GPU as well. So yeah. Anyway, that's food for thought. Anyway, it's just an option for those people that are missing out on the mining side of it with Genesis Mining. So Ralph says, oh, okay, yeah, it could be. It could be a. It could be a short-term flip. I'd have to have a look at see how much they've raised, because, I mean, really, if you got into Avion, if they're like if they've raised a bit of money, like just say if they raised like 30 million or 40 million dollars, and then the rest of the tokens got burnt, that would be the ideal, because they would still have quite a bit of money to start building the infrastructure. But then again, because of they burnt the tokens, the supply is low, which is really good for investors, because at the end of the day, you know, I mean, yeah, it's great for them to do all this sort of stuff, but look, I want to know whether, you know, it's us that are investing. Are we going to get paid? That's what I want to know. This might be all great, but if we don't, if it's not profitable for us, what's the point, right? So this is, it's the mining dashboard. Okay, so this is really interesting. I'll have to look more into this on how it is profitable for us. So these guys seem to be knowing what they're doing. They've got 10 workers, 100 gigahash. Okay, so yeah, mining clusters, 139 terahash, just not much. That's only small. Okay, so yeah, this could be an option for miners if you want to get into ICO. It is risky, okay, guys. That's why you do your due diligence first, as we do in ICO Gold Rush, right? But they are a real company. See, they got a pretty big team. That's what I like. See this when you see obviously we evaluate all this stuff, but when you see faces of people and then you do background checks on them, you know that these people are exposing themselves to a project, and when you get big name advisors that have a reputation, like, you know, blockchain experts, you know, evangelists, you know, big celebrities in the blockchain industry, and they put their name to a project and they become an advisor, you know, that's a pretty good indication that the program is not a scam. This is like real ICO investing, right? You stack up whether how much you could lose to how much potentially you could make. But we get into the legit stuff, guys. See, these are all people that have put their name. You don't see this on these scam lending programs, right? And they're popping up like mushrooms. You don't ever see the team, or you don't ever see the people. You don't ever see, they're all hiding and it's all shady, right? And these, you're going to see that in these scam lending programs now. You're already starting to see some of that are starting to scam. So, just, you know, go legit. Just, there's so much money to be made in ICOs. Just, why gamble, you know? Get into the real stuff, guys. Learn how to do it properly, you know? Yeah, I've heard of Expertly, but I haven't looked into it, mate. Dayrish, I haven't looked into it. I mean, yeah. We're pumped up, Brian. Next year we're gonna smash it. This month I'm gonna start to take some profit. I'm not gonna hodl as much. Okay. All right, that's interesting. Well, you know, once we switch to I love this guy, John McPhee. He's such a funny bastard. Once Genesis, Ethereum switches to proof of stake, like, you know, we're gonna see, it's gonna really shake up the industry. So yeah, that's, where did you hear that? Power to achieve. Must have been on their blog, maybe on their blog or Twitter. I don't even think that Genesis Mining. Is this even the? I don't even know if this is the actual real legit bit. Hang on, let me have a look. I don't even think that was a real legit Genesis Mining Twitter account. It just looked real dodgy. I'm following the Genesis Mining Twitter account. Yeah, okay. So this one here that says verified has this little tick. That's how you know if it's the real deal. Yeah, it's got this little verified symbol here, okay? So that's how you know. Okay, they got big news coming. That's what they said. So guys, be ready. Be ready for this big news, because you better have your wallets open, because it's going to go like hotcakes, right? People have figured out now that if you want to earn passive income, like Genesis Mining right now is the holy grail. We're just buying hash power and doing nothing. Brian says, our power of ICO Gold Rush is our incredible support among growing members. Absolutely, Brian. It's getting better. It's just it's just getting better and better. People are posting stuff and getting you know, posting heaps of stuff that people are getting benefit from, and this is really awesome. So Yeb says Voice is gonna be listed on Binance. All right, cool. Yeah, I also heard Monero is going to be listed on 4 exchanges or 5 exchanges. Not Monero, sorry, Monaco. So I reckon you're going to see a pump with Monaco very soon. Monaco or Monaco, what do you want to call it? This thing here, okay? Monaco. Look for a pump. You look for a pump with this. This Monaco card, it's only for like EU, I'm pretty sure. Okay, people in the EU can only get, in certain other countries can get it. So it's not really a feasible option for myself. So there it is there. Monaco listed on 5 exchanges in December. So once there's more liquidity with it, you should see it pump. Again, you know, you can't even keep up with all this stuff. Honestly, there's so much happening. You can't keep up with it. You have to. You know, you would just spend 8 hours to 12 hours a day just watching trying to find everything. Hey Ennis, what's going on, man? Hey Andres, yeah. If I would say anyone, yeah, if I would say anyone that wants to get into make money online passively, I would get in Genesis Mining. Right? There's other mining ones out there too, obviously, but I'll show you right now. You can't see this because the calculator is behind the software. Yeah, right now that's just my affiliate commission. Sorry, that's just my mining power. I'm at 146,000 a year. That's from just my mining power. That's not including my affiliate commissions. You could probably add maybe another 50 grand onto that. 200,000. 200,000. I'm probably at about 200,000 a year just with Genesis Mining, but I reckon I will make more than that with ICOs. right? Because I've only been started ICOs. I really started ICOs in July, and I invested 30,000. I've already got that back, but I've got a lot of ICOs that are still, like, you know, marinating. They're still haven't come to the exchanges. So really, by the end of next year, that's when I can really give you an accurate. That's when I can really give you an accurate type of report on how far I've gone, because, you know, you have to wait for these ICOs to finish, then they have to go to market, and then you have to sell them, and then, you know, then you flip into the next one. So I think next year I'll have an accurate, but I think I'll surpass my Genesis Mining easily. Could even double it. So, you know, that's why I do ICOs. It's extremely profitable, and it's the fastest way to go from the shit house to the penthouse. It's the fastest way I know. And I've been online for nearly 10 years. I've seen it all. And when I say ICOs is the fastest way, trust me, I've seen a lot of stuff. I've seen a lot of good businesses and scammy businesses, and just, you know what I mean? I've seen the whole gamut. So when I say that ICOs is the fastest, most legit way to do it, I mean it. It's the fastest thing I've ever seen. But now's the time, guys. You know, don't sit on what I'm telling you and go, oh, okay, ICOs. It's like Genesis Mining, right? Now that the rest of the herd has caught on to Genesis Mining, look at Genesis Mining. It's totally sold out. I was doing Genesis Mining July 2016. My first video on Genesis Mining, I uploaded it to YouTube, and it's got like 35,000 views now, right? And so I know that to get into before everyone else kind of figures it out, I'm good at doing that. You know what I mean? I'm really good at doing that, because I know that if I get in front of a trend, I'm not talking about a program, or I'm talking about a trend, right? Because once you know the trend and you get in front of it, you can make a lot of money. And once the rest of the flock comes in, like, there's a lot of people, which I feel sorry for, that have no clue about ICOs. They have no clue about Bitcoin. Like, these guys are just so far behind the game, right? So there's people that are online that still don't even know what ICOs are. They're so far behind the game. And I'm telling you from my experience that ICOs is where it's at. If you want to make stupid amounts of money, you can get to 7 figures fast, and you don't need to recruit anybody. You just need to get into the right ones, right? You get into the right ones, you can make a lot of money fast. Now, to do that, you need to acquire some knowledge, and you need some support, right? You could try to figure it out by yourself, but it's going to be extremely hard. And you're going to waste a lot of time. Now, I had one guy message me the other day, and he said, "Oh, what do you do?" And I said, "I don't." He told me, you know, he'll pay me for trading. I said, "I don't do trading." And then he said, I said, "I do ICOs." And I said, he said, "Yeah, I don't want to know. I don't want to learn. I just want to make money." And I said, "Well, then this is not for you, right? First you learn, then you earn. It doesn't come you earn, then you learn later. This is what I don't understand. People don't want to invest in themselves. They don't want to learn stuff, but they want to get paid. But learning comes first, earning comes second." So I said to this guy, "This is not for you, dude. You've got to learn first. Before, how are you going to acquire the knowledge to know what to buy when you don't want to learn?" Okay? Learning comes first, earning comes second. That's how it works, alright? So that's what I recommend to everyone. I recommend you get in front of this huge, massive ball of money, which is, like, for most people, it's in the distance at the moment, because they're not learning, they're not acquiring the skills. It's getting further and further away. You know, they put these money in these programs that there's no learning or anything to that. It's just putting money into something, and hopefully those people will do the right thing. But once they reach their price, they'll just, like, you know, screw you. They'll sell the company, or they'll make some bullshit excuse, right? They don't care about you. The only way you can do it is if you take the responsibility on yourself and invest in yourself and invest in things like ICOs, because then, you know, you're the one that is making the decision, right? So that's what I recommend. But the trend is happening now, and you need to get in front of it, right? And if you don't get in front of it, you're going to get left behind, and you're gonna wonder in 2018. You're gonna wonder, oh geez, I missed so many ICOs. Right now, if you didn't get into ICO Gold Rush in the beginning, you've missed a lot of money. You missed a lot of money. So, and I tell people now, it's still chicken feed. $1,099 is nothing compared to what you can potentially make. All right, and if you don't buy it, you're gonna miss a lot of money already. You're gonna miss out on a lot of money. And then when I tell you, when I sell off on these other ICOs, and you see how much money that I've made on them, you're gonna get motivated to act because of fear of loss, because of FOMO. But now you mightn't see it, and you look at this live stream and you go, oh yeah, ICOs, whatever, and then you go back doing your normal life and your normal job, right? And then 6 months later, down the track, you go, oh, what's this ICO thing again? Like, if you learnt it, you don't have to go to your job, okay? It's just all about focusing on things that are going to move you forward. But you know, people focusing on their day job, that's fine, I understand that, but at the end of the day, it's not going to move you forward. It's going to keep you exactly where you are, and you don't, like, personally in your mind, you want to move forward, but you're too afraid to do it. And that's why you're there, right? There's only one person to blame, and that's yourself, right? You're there because you want to be there. You're there in your day job because you're too afraid to do other things, and that's why you're there. So there's no, you know, that you shouldn't be complaining or anything, because you're the one that should put yourself there. You know what I mean? So they're the options. You know, that's the beauty about life. We get to choose what we want to do, right? Do you want to make money? You want to get all the things you ever want in your life? Money's the vehicle to do it. Or do you just want to keep on, you know, being told to do or what to do by other people, and then they will dictate what they pay you. You know, if you're prepared to do that, that's fine. But don't complain, right? Don't complain when that bill's due. Don't complain because you can't take that holiday, or you haven't got enough money to, you know, buy that car, or to pay your house off, or to do this, to do that, to buy your kids presents, to do all that sort of stuff, right? All the normal stuff that you want to do, you can't do it because you don't have money. So don't complain. That's what I'm saying. All right, the opportunity's right now, right in front of your lap, right, to do it, right? And yeah, that's what I say. Just do it. So that's pretty much it. You notice that I say the same shit every time, but I just say it in a different way. I try to, you know, like, to me, it's easy for me to say this sort of stuff. Right, it's easy for me to say this, and people, but it goes through one ear, goes down the other, right? But then once people see these big payouts, and they see all the money, and they see all this sort of shit, then that's when they act. You know what I'm saying? That's when they act. Like, you should have acted when I said, now's the opportunity. But now you're acting because of fear of missing out. You know, that's not a good thing. That's not a good thing, you know. So yeah, just wanted to say, have a good day. Have a fantastic Wednesday. We're going to Australia tomorrow. probably do a quick live stream then, and hopefully we'll get the cat back tomorrow, and he'll be in a lot better shape than he is today. So we'll see whether he's still with us, whether it's a 50-50 chance with him. Hopefully he can pull through. So yeah, guys, have a good day. Catch you guys